Tony Turion, Chairman.
Yes,
Attorney Torion.
ang sa amin lang po, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, ilang interviews na pong nangyari dito. Yung pagdetermina po ng most wanted person, covered din yun ng NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular. Nasabi ko na yan, NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular number 2019-063 as amended by NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular 22-028. May mga parameters po under the 2022 parameters po, kailangan na i-consider ng Committee on Wanted Persons. May Committee on Wanted Persons po, hindi po isang tao lang ang magdetermina na itong tao na ito ay most wanted person or top 10 most wanted person. Sa kanila mismong memorandum circular, may mga parameters. Number 1, gravity of the crime committed, whether or not the crime is heinous, whether or not the crime is sensational, there are at least 2 victims. Second, notoriety of the accused. Hindi rin mag-fall dito si Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy kasi one of the requirements is that the accused is a habitual delinquent or recidivist. First kaso naman ito, first warrant naman ito ni Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. How can he be considered as a habitual delinquent? Third, the position of the accused in the crime organization or syndicate. Si Pastor po ay pastor, hindi po siya nag-lead ng sindikato or crime organization. Fourth, his crime group scope of operation and impact to security, peace and order in the area. Ang ganda po ng impact po ni Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy sa society. May Children's Joy Foundation, he has been awarded many awards by different awarding bodies. So, dito po sa Memorandum Circular number 22-038 ng NAPOLCOM mismo, hindi siya mag-comply na makonsider kasi nga wala doon sa parameters. And then, in addition, yung pag-announce kasi ni Secretary Abalos na tumanggap daw siya ng pera from private persons, halos po ako mahulog sa bangko. Kasi if you will read Republic Act 6713, Section 7D, klaro po, sak na swak. Para hindi po ako magkamali, basahin ko na po. No? Ang sabi po dito, solicitation or acceptance of gifts. Public officials and employees shall not solicit or accept directly or indirectly any gift, gratuity, favor, entertainment, loan, or anything of monetary value from any person in the course of their official duties or in connection with any operation being regulated by or any transaction which may be affected by the functions of their office. Question, legal question. Can the DILG secretary do that? Of course not. Why? Because he is a public official and he is not supposed to solicit or accept anything of monetary value. Yung pera, monetary value po yun. From any person in the course of their official duty. What is his duty? He has supervision over the PNP. Can the PNP secretary now accept money? Paano kung ang pera na yan galing sa sindikato? O yung pera na yan galing sa isang tao na gusto siya tulungan para magising ang senador at saka meron itong tao na ito, mga transaksyon sa DILG, mga kontrata for instance. And that is the reason why Republic Act 6713 is very strict on the matter. There are even Supreme Court decisions which mandate public officials to remember always that public office is a public trust. Even if you trust a certain person, ito ng MC, ewan ko lang kung sino yung MC na yan, na allegedly nagbigay daw kung sino yan siya. Baka itong tao na ito very controversial. Baka naman ito may mga past questionable acts. Ang ginawang dahil sa ginawa na ito, naging parang shoot to kill na. Invitation to everyone to kill my client, and that is a gross violation of the law. Kung tingnan mo yung pinaka-latest nila na mga most wanted person, number 1 po si Sahiron. Convicted siya for various terroristic acts, kidnapping, murder, etc. Convicted na po, 7.5 million lang. Ano bang nandun kay Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy at hinigitan pa, 10 million pa, from private persons pa? And that is why it is illegal on any views that you may ask from. Kaya nga wala silang answer dyan, sir, kasi talagang illegal po yan.
I hope that in the next hearing, Secretary Abalos can answer your questions. Kumsek, again, I'm reminding you to invite Secretary Abalos sa the next hearing. And follow-up mo next hearing. Yeah, go ahead, General Torre.
Mr. Chair, sir, if I may respectfully request, before continuing on the discussion on the 10 million reward offered by the PNP for the information leading to the arrest of Pastor Kibuloy, if I may respectfully suggest that we also discuss in tandem the 20 million peso reward offered by KOJC as announced by the good CEO Nelida Lisada, sir, of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, for the information on the identity of the person who provided this 10 million. And 2 days ago, what was said actually is they want information as to those people they accuse of plotting to kill the fugitive Mr. Apollo Kibuloy. So, if I may reiterate the suggestion that in discussing the 10 million peso reward of that the DILG had announced, offering it to people who will give information leading to the arrest of Mr. Kibuloy. We also discussed the 20 million peso reward offered by the KOJC as announced by our resource person, the CEO of Kingdom of Jesus Christ, Ms. Nelida Lisada. It is now available on the internet, sir.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
If I may answer, Your Honor, if I may enlighten the good general, the clear differentiation between a public officer and a private individual. The Secretary Abalos is a public officer and therefore he is governed under Republic Act 6713. KOJC is a private organization and therefore it cannot be governed by Republic Act 6713, especially in this case, Your Honor, that there is gross violation of the law being committed by the highest officer who is supposed to implement all laws concerning interior and local government matters. That is an illegal act, Your Honor, and therefore it is within the right of a private organization to raise money to identify this particular person who raised money in order for Pastor Apollo Kibuloy to be arrested, because it is illegal for any government officer to accept money from private persons, Your Honor. So if KOJC would react, can he cite a law that we violated? Your Honor, I did not know when that was actually decided by the KOJC. I only learned it thereafter. But when I assessed, ano ba? Wala naman silang batas na nilabag. Yung sila kasi, governed sila ng Republic Act 6713. Public official sila. Hindi nila pwede i-apply yung RA 6713 sa private persons. Yun lang po.